out that I prefer working with people rather than working alone. Having some more people to work with motivated me to work hard because I didn't want to be a nuisance to anyone. Also, it encouraged me to make a start on assignments that looked really hard and challenging because I knew I wasn't alone and I knew that I had people to rely on. Working with 4 different groups in this one unit, I found out that I become more productive and progressive and dedicated with a type of people who are easy to talk to and who owns a positive and progressive mindset. Working in 4 different groups, I had a few of those people in my group. The challenging Working in 4 different groups, I had a few of those people in my group. The challenges we went through were really challenging, as the word says, and most of the time we were struggling. I was stuck, and my teammates was also stuck. I remember I stayed so many nights at Design Factory without having any successful result. However, thanks to my progressive and positive groupmates, we could move forward. I think they had growth mindset that John Hagel and John Brown has mentioned in their article, Do You Have a Growth Mindset? It was a great pleasure to work with those who have a great growth mindset, and I was also able to become more of those people who have growth mindset. I like to plan things, however, I don't play too hard. Same for the work. I like to plan a rough timeline and decide priority, but I tend to leave a lot of room for change and adaptation. This is because things don't always go as I planned. However, in this unit, I don't plan. However, in this unit, I don't recall any moments that I planned things in groups. This is because we all knew what was going to take the longest time. For example, when I was on Challenge 4, nobody said we should start from building an amphibious car first. However, we all started from there. In retrospect, I can say that a shared understanding and knowledge could replace a plan within a team. But I still prefer having a certain degree of plan and priority that is agreed between team members, because nobody can guarantee for you that everyone will have the same idea as you do. And also it could minimize interruptions and confusions when a new member joins the team. I'd like to have some personal influence within a team if that doesn't harm the team. Being capable of using tools like Illustrator, prototyping tools, and Ledger Cutter, I mostly took designer jobs in the team. I felt useful of myself and was glad that I could contribute to the team. Also, being in such a position, I was pressured in a positive way to teach myself skills required for the assignment. Due to linguistic barriers and cultural differences, misunderstanding occurred from time to time. For example, when I was on Challenge 4, I wanted to use air tube bag to float the car. About this, one person said directly to me that he didn't like it. At first, I was taken aback. This is because in Korean culture versus my culture, it is avoided to directly express one's objection to another's idea. However, I had a bit of understanding of Western culture, and I just thought he was a kind of person that tends to speak directly, so it wasn't really an offense to me. This point is also mentioned in the article named How to Preempt Team Conflict. The article says, what does matter is the attitudes and behaviors expressed as a result of each person's cumulative personal and professional experience. This means what your colleagues need to know is that you tend to vocalize your opinion. But this being said, I can say I did well on understanding people I was working with. When I was on Catapult Challenge, emotions that I went through the most were confusion and frustration. I was confused as to what the challenge was all about, and I was frustrated as to what I could do. However, I didn't hate these feelings. I kept trying to clarify any unclear areas and taught myself skills needed to accomplish the task. Another big emotion I had was surprise. I was surprised when my team decided to make a six-wheel car for the final challenge. It was a real moment that was described in the article U 2.0 Rebel with a Cause from National Public Radio. According to the article, rebels question why do we have to follow these rules and break rules that hold them others back. Conventionally, people think a car has four wheels. So did I. However, my team has come to an idea to add more two wheels to give the car more power, thus making a six-wheel car. We did break the conventional rule that a car has four wheels. Before taking this unit, I didn't know how to 3D print, how to laser cut, how to build an electronic circuit, and how to edit a video. After one semester, now I can do this. Now I can say that I had growth mindset which moved me forward and believed in myself that I wasn't capable yet, but could definitely improve myself, as Carol Dweck says in her video. I was unable to do many things yet at the day one of this semester, but I learned it and I have improved. For this question, I'll have to mention the video why you should make usual things. In the video, Simon tells the true beauty of making usual thing is this acknowledgement that we don't always know what the best answer is. For challenges, I went through countless failures. I faced frustration so many times and I wasn't even sure if I could pass the challenge. However, whenever an idea comes to mind, we as a group tried it right away and we tested it if it works or not. However, all those trials were actually not a failure at all. Cumulatively, they became our knowledge base and allowed us to try different things and acquire skills that we didn't have before. I would have tried my ideas in a faster and cheaper way. When I wanted to apply a watermelon idea into the circuit of the challenge too, I could have tested with cardboard first before I start building a 3D model. The watermelon idea eventually was kept on till the last moment, but I could have saved a lot of time by testing it with cardboard first. For the final challenge, I wish my group have discussed how to plan the video as to what to include from the first place. Collating all videos and pictures, I felt it might have been better if we had a certain videos and pictures during a certain point of the prototyping process.